Well, good morning, everyone. I hope that you have great plans for this wonderful Mother's Day weekend, and I know that not everyone has the same kind of joy on this day, and so my heart and my prayers go out to you, as maybe this is a day where there's a lot of pain and a lot of heartache, and so I just want to encourage you. Don't isolate yourself or insulate yourself from being with God's people in God's house on Mother's Day. I know that sometimes they're celebrating the gift of moms, and you can celebrate the gift of a mom as well. And so this morning we're going to be in Mark chapter number 5, and I've got a lot of reading to do this morning, so I just want to kind of scan read as we go. The wind is blowing a little bit, so it's going to be a little tougher. And so in Mark chapter number 5, verse number 21 are intertwined two really powerful stories. A 12-year-old girl and a woman with a 12-year medical disaster issue. And so both of them are going to be healed today. And so let me just read it to you. Verse number 21, chapter number 5 says, "And when Jesus was passed over again by ship unto the other side, much people gathered unto him, and he was nigh unto the sea. And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogues, Jairus by name. And when he had saw him, he fell at his feet, and besought him greatly, saying, My little daughter lieth at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. And Jesus went with him, and much people followed him and thronged him." And so there's the little girl being represented by a distraught dad. And then verse number 25, "And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. When she heard of Jesus, she came in the press behind, and touched his garment. And she said, If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press, and said, Who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me? And what they're probably saying is, it was probably one of us. It could have been any of these. And he looked around about to see her, that she had done this thing. And so Jesus knew exactly who he was looking for. He was looking for someone desperate who had been hiding from society because she was considered unclean. And he wanted to point her out and show her to everyone. And so verse 33, but the woman, fearing, trembling, knowing that she was done, what was done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace, and be whole of thy plague. And while he yet spake, there came the ruler from the synagogue's house, certain, which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? And as soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he saith unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe. And we know how this story plays out. Jesus finally gets to the house. Nobody believes he can do anything, yet he raises this young girl back from the dead. And what two powerful, gripping stories of desperate need. The girl is dead. The little girl is dead. And the woman has seen every doctor, and medicine is exhausted. She has no money. Both of these situations have a certain level of desperation in them, and both of them seem beyond repair. But Jesus steps in, and he makes the difference. And so I want to say this to you this morning, based on these two miraculous instances in Jesus' ministry, that he can take care of whatever it is that is hurting you. And so I want to encourage you today. Don't hide this from the Lord. Don't hide away from God's people. In your hurt and in your desperation, come before the Lord. Gather with his people in prayer, and let's watch what God will do. He just needs to be given the chance to do for you. And so I hope that you will take this personally this morning, that God can handle your hurts and God can handle your suffering. Give it to him, and he will take care of it. I hope that helps you. Have a great day.